Hey guys, welcome to another Mini Z video. I have a small dilemma. I have three McLaren P1s on chassis and they all drive a little bit differently. They all drive well, but they're all subtly different. And I think it's time to maybe put one or two bodies on these chassis. One option is to return the Enzo Ferrari to service. It lost its chassis to the Ferrari FXX. Another option is to return the Audi R8 2015 to service. It lost its chassis to the Honda HSV 010. Another option is to try a GL Racing Porsche 911. Which option should I try? Let's try the Porsche. First we need to choose a chassis. Now I know that one of the chassis does mild oversteer, so I'm thinking about the GL Racing bodies where they're usually very good at crisp turn-in. That may not suit, it may cause more oversteer. I better drive all three and choose the right one that I think will fit that body. But I haven't driven that body before, so it's just an assumption. Let's do a quick assessment of McLaren P1 number 1. Well, this one drives really well on this chassis, so I'll leave this one aside for now. Here's McLaren P1 number 2. This is the bucking Bronco that does oversteer. There's also an issue because when I back off the throttle it slows down faster than any other car. This one needs a closer inspection to find out why it's so different. Let's move on to a quick assessment of McLaren P1 number 3. This one drives really well, but it doesn't have a good turning circle at speed. The endpoints are maxed out. I think this will be a good one to try the GL Racing Porsche on the assumption that GL Racing Porsche will have more of a front end turn-in bite. The first step is I'll try it with the McLaren P1's offsets, which from memory I think is 1.5 narrow at the front and 2.5 wide at the rear. Let's see how it goes. Well, I do think it's an improvement over the McLaren P1 body on this chassis. It does turn in a bit better, but I prefer it if it had a little bit more turn in, but I've got the steering endpoints maxed out. One thing I can tell already is it's a very stable car. It'd just be nice if it had another 5 or maybe 10% of steering, which means I'll investigate the chassis a bit more to try to balance out the front and rear grip. It's a really easy car to drive. I'm really liking it so far, just apart from putting it on a chassis that doesn't quite have enough front end bite for turn-in. But I can compensate by delaying a little bit of throttle, and compensate by being just a little bit less aggressive and also making sure I'm further out on the track before turning. Well, I'm definitely going to leave this GL Racing Porsche body on the chassis because as long as I'm not too aggressive on the throttle, it's actually really easy to drive around the track. And I can see it's got non-standard springs on the front, so maybe I need to soften the front just a little bit to get a bit more grip at the front, and that might be all it needs. Just see what the turning circle is. Yeah, so the turning circle is really tight at low speed, so what that tells me it's a grip imbalance between the front and the rear. But so far, really promising. Thanks for watching, guys. Minis are out.